What's up, everyone? It's your boy Archmage Tuck, back at it again. Luke Hero demo. Go ahead and get into it. I'll talk a little bit about it too as we go along. So let's see. Last time, got a couple runs in. Let's see. Built a smithy. So it lets me start with basic gear. Unlocks the ability to craft tools for the camp if the supply depot is built. If I remember correctly, the supply depot is locked in the demo, so we won't really get to see that. But also got Herbalist Hut. Gives me potions. They heal 4% of my max HP. I can take up to 3 with me at a time. 2 are refilled at the camp when I go by, and it unlocks the swamp card. Also got the field kitchen. Gives me plus 10% to the campfire's healing power, and unlocks the blood grove card. That's been pretty good for me so far, if I remember correctly. Got my basic campfire, and I've also built Das Geheim, the gymnasium, and unlocks the ability to gain special traits after killing monsters in expeditions. That's done through an experience system. You get experience for killing monsters, and once you get enough to level up, you can pick a trait. And then it also unlocks the village card. That's pretty good. It's the only card I've really seen that sort of does a good amount of healing. There's another card, the Meadows, but it's only like 2 HP a day, so it's not a whole lot. I don't think I can build anything else right now. No, I sort of lost myself building towards this farm. I need one more metamorphosis, and it comes from these notable changes. I only need one more of those, so I should be able to get that with the first run. But we'll jump into it and go ahead and get started. I was sort of hoping to wait for a little bit more. Let's check out my cards first, actually, see if I want to switch anything. Last time I didn't use the cemetery. I've actually got 1 card free. I can have a minimum of 7 and a max of 12. And then these over here, I have to carry a certain number of these as well. So I can carry between 2 and 4 here. Maybe turn the cemetery on? I'm thinking the cemetery and the vampire mansion spawn the 2 hardest monsters for me to fight. The skeleton and the vampire. Maybe I'll only turn one of those on. I'll try the skeleton and roll with that. Actually, I haven't been I could decrease that. I haven't been getting a whole lot of use out of Rogue Lantern, although it has saved me a couple times. We'll leave it on for now. Alright, Chapter 1. I can't get to Chapter 2 in the demo. Like I said, I believe this game goes live maybe March 1st. So a lot of the things are locked in the free demo, although it is nice that they provide a free demo, especially instead of providing like an open beta or something like that, where eventually you would lose access to it. As far as I know, you can download this free demo off of Steam right now and just keep it. But we'll go ahead and jump in. Alright, so here's my map. This is the warrior's gear I start off with, I guess. We'll go ahead and throw that on. No reason not to. And we'll start killing our little slimes and see what we get. So if you're new to it, basically at the start of every adventure, it spawns this little course for this little guy to run around. That's essentially me. I automatically fight all these things. Right now, the only thing I'm really fighting... We'll pause after this battle and set some stuff up. Right now, the only thing I'm really fighting are these slimes. Everything right now is a wasteland. There's a 5% chance of spawning a slime once a day. There's this day timer up here. Shows the progress. It would just sort of run its own little course. There's another progress bar over here It's the map completion bar. So when I put these cards out on the map, it will give progress towards this. Once this fills up to completion, the final boss will appear at the cozy camp. So I've got some rare gear out here. It looks like I'm gonna go ahead and inspect it, get it equipped, and then we'll. Yo, what's up, Charles? How's it going? Go ahead and inspect this, get this equipped, see what we got going on. So right off the bat, I've got some regen per second. In this game, I find survivability and sustainability is one of the biggest things, so I want to get my hands on some vampirism and some regen per second as soon as I can. That'll allow me to sort of do more loops, fight more enemies, get more gear, get more cards, and basically do more things. Same damage but with some evasion. We'll go ahead and throw that on. That shield's got to be better than what I'm wearing. Yeah, so right off the bat I've got 1.2 health per second. You can see my health over here. So you can see that start to regen as I unpause the game. I'm going to go ahead and put some tiles out here as well. The battlefield tile. So every time I complete a loop, as opposed to the day timer, which will do its own little progress thing, every time I complete a loop, there are certain things that happen. The battlefield will spawn a chest at the start of each loop. So I like to sort of put this where it will spit the chest out right as I go through the camp. That way I can break the chest open as early as possible and get access to the loot. So I'm going to stick that right there. I've got a grove. It spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. You can see that over here. And the rat wolf can move to an adjacent tile. Groves will also let me put blood groves near them. You can see that over there. Blood groves can be placed near a forest adjacent to the road, and it will devour enemies that have less than 15% HP left. I like to sort of set up like a kill zone with that. So I like to put my grove somewhere where I could put a blood grove on one of these inside corners. I think I'm going to set it up right here. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'll put the grove there. That was actually not the right spot. That's okay, we'll set it up here. So I'll put the blood grove here. I wanted to sort of get all 5 of these tiles. I'm only getting these 4 here, so I really didn't maximize that. That was just sort of a mistake on my part. We'll roll with it. But essentially these fights within this blue square, when the enemies get to 15% max HP, these little roots will come up and eat them, and it's a good way of finishing off enemies quickly. These mountain tiles will give me plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. So if you look at my max HP over here, it's plus 83. Putting one of them out here, I'm going to stick it down here. And actually, I want to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to place it here. So you can see when I place it here, I'm still at 83 max HP. But when I place another one adjacent to it, I'm at 93 max HP. And sort of the more mountains I have, more mountains and rocks I have grouped up, the more max HP I'll get. I'm also going to put this spider cocoon out. It spawns a spider on an adjacent tile once a day. Spiders are pretty easy to kill, and it's a good way for me to get loot. I'm going to put it right here so the blood grove will actually help me kill it as well. Alright, I'll let my little guy keep going. You can also see as I passed over the blood grove, there's a little thing that popped up. I'm collecting these resources. These are sort of like meta resources. These are what I need to collect to upgrade things at my camp. So we'll fight this spider. I actually probably killed it in one hit, but you can see the root come up and get it. The root came up and got the slime as well. So I've got another mountain. I'm going to place it out here. Meadow, this is the one I was talking about I wasn't particularly impressed with. It heals 2 HP at the start of each day. So every time the day progress timer completes, I'll get 2 HP. You can see right now, I'm getting 1.2 HP a second just for being alive and having this shield and this ring equipped. 2 HP at the start of each day to me is sort of like a wasted tile. So I'm not a very big fan of it. Village, on the other hand, I think is pretty huge. I like setting up quite a few villages, pretty much as many as I can get my hands on realistically. but they heal 20 HP upon entering, and they give me a quest. So the quest will make one of random enemy on the map a quest objective. You'll see that when it goes off. And it will get plus 200% HP, but when I kill it, I will complete a quest. And when I go back to the village, they will give me a reward. I like to place this up sort of somewhere either right after I've done a bunch of fights or right before I've done some fights. That way I can heal up. We're going to do it right here. That way, if I don't mess up and I put my grove in the right spot, I could do another blood grove here and another blood grove here and have like 2 kill zones with a little place to heal up in between. So we're going to let my little guy roll on. Holy shit, face camming on, you shaved your beard. What's up? I invited a lot of people and I don't really know who everyone is, but what's going on, man? We'll check out this ring real quick. Magic damage and 9% counter. So counter gives me a chance to parry. I think I still take the damage when I parry, but I also return damage to the enemy. It's pretty good. I usually favor regen, vampirism, dodge, stuff like that. Steven. Oh, UNC. Okay, I got you. Yeah, man. Hey, did we end up winning? I'm going to put this other mountain out here, sort of group my mountains up. Put it right there. Got a bunch of junk armor right now, it seems like. Actually, all my armor is kind of junk. I'm going to 83 max HP, 92 max HP. Oh, good. I'm glad we won. So 92 max HP, it's really not that much better, and in this game you actually want to try and let your cards build up and your loot build up if you can. Once you get excess loot, it will disappear, so this item will get replaced, but it'll actually give me some of these meta items up here that I need to upgrade my camp. So we're going to let my little guy keep going. He's going to run this path until he gets to the slime to fight. So I've got damage is the same there, 2 damage to all, we'll leave that alone. My 9% evasion is not bad, so you can see when I pass this village I got a new quest, you saw it pop up there. This is the quest objective now, this rat wolf. You can see quest goal plus 200% HP, so he's stronger than normal mobs, but once I kill him I'll get a little bit of extra loot, and then when I go back to the village that gave me the quest I'll get some more items in return. And you saw the blood vines there from the blood grove, ate that up. It's going to start eating these spiders for me as well. I'm actually dodging quite a bit with my 15% chance to dodge. Hey Landon, what's up, man? Long time. So rocks, these are the first time I got some rocks. Rocks give me plus 2 HP by themselves, and then I get plus 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. So I'm going to get my rocks up here, and I'm going to group those together as well. I don't really feel like fighting the skeleton that spawns every 3 days from the cemetery, so I'm going to hang on to that for now. But you'll see as I pass through the camp, I'll get my little chest here. Actually, okay, so the D&D reference, I don't know if you've seen this before, but this chest is actually a mimic, so there's actually a creature hiding inside of it looking to kill me when I go to open it, so I'm going to have to fight it to get my loot. We'll check out this armor here real quick. More HP and 9% evasion, we'll put that on. That's worth putting on. I've actually got a 24% chance to dodge right now. That's pretty good. Holy shit, I'm in the other room making pizza crust and I'll come back to a party. Yeah, Charles, I told you I invited quite a few people from work to come hang out tonight. So I've got a new shield here. It's got more defense. It's got extra defense itself, and it's got 12% counter. That's actually a pretty defensive shield, but you can see right now I'm starting to lose HP to some of these fights. I'm going to hang on to my regen per second and let that go. going to put some more rocks out here to get some more HP. And then actually there's a thing with the rocks and the mountains. So once I place 10 rocks or mountains total, for every 10 rocks and mountains total I place, I will spawn a, I thought you were I'll spawn a goblin camp. And then the goblin camp will start spawning goblins every day for me to fight. So I'm going to watch how many rocks and mountains I place out there and see where that pops up. We're going to throw another spider cocoon out here in range of the kill zone. We'll put it right here. Start spawning spiders here as well. We'll stick our other rock out there. Got one more rock. We'll throw that out there. So you can see my goblin camp spawned over here. That looks like a good sword. Let's check that out. Damage upgrade, attack speed, it's got regen itself, it's got 6% vampirism. That's probably going to carry us for quite some time. You can see right up here we're at enemy level 3. Every time we do a loop, that increases the level of the enemy. That increases the level of the enemies I fight, and then my items have levels as well. Usually those sort of correspond, so I want my items to sort of keep pace with the enemies I'm fighting. I'm going to throw another spider cocoon out here. I like fighting the spiders. They're pretty easy to fight. We'll take care of these rat wolves real quick. Cool, I got another battlefield. I'm definitely going to throw that out after this fight. So battlefield is going to spawn... Oh, okay. I've got something else going on as well. So battlefield is going to spawn a chest at the start of the loop. I'm actually going to put it here. And battlefields, I've noticed when I've placed 2 battlefields that are sort of adjacent or on the same tile, it will turn those tiles into blood paths. So you can see these paths are wastelands. These 2 are now blood paths. So they will spawn a blood clot. Those rats, they'll spawn a blood clot every 4 days. Also, so over here in my blood grove, you can see it devours enemies that have less than 15% HP left. But up here at the top, you can see it says, preys on wounded occupants on an adjacent tile may spawn something dreadful from their remains. So when it starts shaking, it's going to spawn a blood golem. He's actually pretty tough. They're pretty difficult to fight. We'll see if he spawns this loop and I have to fight him with these spiders. Let's get the mountain out there for some more HP. Okay, there he comes. So he's in here with the the flesh golem. You can see he attacks for 38 damage. That's pretty significant. That's quite a bit of damage, as they say. The good news, I do think the Bloodgrave will actually devour him as well, if I'm not mistaken. So once I get him to 15% HP, hopefully... No, it will not. So I actually have to fight him the whole way. Okay, I've got quite a bit going on now. So treasury. Treasury gives me a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. So I'll get one of these random resources up here. It can't be built adjacent to anything. So I like to put this on like a corner up here. If you look, I can build in this corner here, and I can build on these tiles over here. It'll only let me put the treasury so deep. But I like to try and sort of put as many treasuries as I can over here and fill them up. And I actually do sort of use these meadows to fill up these treasuries. If you look, the meadows, they heal 2 HP at the start of each day, and I'll throw one in the corner over here so you can see the difference. Let me hide these. So it's 2 HP at the start of each day. If you place it next to something, it turns into a blooming meadow, which heals 3 HP at the start of each day. I've already sort of talked about how sort of lackluster I feel like that is. That's 8 HP at the start of each day. Like I said, just from gear, I'm getting 1.8 a second almost. Alright, the crust is done just right. Pizza update, I like it. 1.6 or 1.8 HP per second versus me getting back 8 per day. That's like I said, I feel like that's pretty lackluster. So I'm going to throw these meadows out here, get them into blooming meadows. You can see I get the random resources from it. I'm going to throw my mountain out here. And I don't have another grove to activate this blood grove yet. This sword, oh man, damage upgrade, defense upgrade, attack speed upgrade, regen upgrade. I'll lose my 6% vampirism. I don't feel like that's doing quite that much for me right now. Let's switch that out. Still looking at, yeah, let's just go for the regen right now. I find that later on when I started getting some attack speed and start getting some more damage, vampirism does a little bit better. So I got some of my goblins going on. I've got 2 goblins. I've got regular goblin over here that spawned, and usually a goblin leader always spawns. You can check out his stats, but the most important one I'm looking at here is this rage. After anything dies in the battle with him, he enrages, doing 30% more damage. He puts out quite a bit of damage very quickly, and I can't really pick who I attack. I just sort of attack at random. So ideally I want to kill him at the beginning of the fight before he enrages, just take him out. Normally what ends up happening, I target these randos and he just pumps into me with damage. So I've got a few more things going on. I'm going to get my rock out. I'm going to get my mountain out. I would like to complete, so this, I'm making a 3x3 here. I'm making sort of a 3x3 here. I would like to complete this 3x3 of rocks before I really do anything with these mountains, and then I'll sort of bring these mountains up into it. And I'll show you why when that happens. It's one of the sort of secrets I've discovered in this game. Similar to the blood pass with the blood fields, placing the blood or the battlefields together puts the blood pass out. There's an interaction you can have with a 3x3 of rocks or a 3x3 of mountains or any combination of each. I also have a beacon out here. Beacon increases movement speed by 40% for me while I'm in range of it, and it increases attack speed for everything in the battle by 20%. So this is kind of good for getting battles done quicker, especially if I have sort of vampirism or something like that. Then I'm attacking more, so I'm healing more. Even though they're attacking more as well, I'm sort of healing more. I feel like it works out in my favor. It also allows me to move around the loops quicker, so that sort of I can get more loops in versus the passing of days. So that lets me fight fewer monsters if I want to. I think I'm going to put it here. I feel like this affects... Actually, let's put it here. So, well, no, because... Yeah, this is way more tiles. I'm going to put it here. So you'll see me when I get to these tiles. I'll start like walking 40% faster. Road lanterns. I usually don't use the road lanterns a lot. These decrease the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles that can spawn. So if you look right now, all these tiles only have 1 monster on them, but they can have up to 4. If I put a road lantern out here, everything within its range can only have 3 monsters. And if there are 4 out there, when I put it, one of them goes away. So I don't know, I kind of like saving these in case like a fight like with one of these flesh golems builds up that looks particularly nasty and I don't feel like I can handle it. I can sort of pop a road lantern here and make one of them go away real quick. So I like keeping one of those in reserve, but typically I don't put too many of those out because I like doing the fights to get the loot and the cards. Also up here I've got flashing this level up. So if you remember, the gem lets me pick a trait every time I get enough experience to level up. I've been slowly collecting it over here, and now's the time. So I've got supplies. This is kind of good if I'm doing like a run I'm not very confident in, or I just want to do like a loot run. This lets me dump half of my resources at the campfire when I pass through it. So I'm collecting these resources up here. At any time I could leave, and I get to keep 60% of them. If I leave within 1 space of the cozy camp, I get to keep 100% of them. If I get slain out here, I only get to keep 30% of them. But with this trait, I could dump 50% of everything I've collected off so far every time I make a loop. So that's kind of good if I just want to maybe farm some resources, or I'm not sure necessarily how long I'll be in the run or if I'll get through the run successfully. We're going to skip that for now. Surveyor, this gives me plus 0.5 times loop HP for an adjacent roadside tile while passing a tile. So, loop HP. I get so much loop HP. It says it somewhere. I think it's this. So I get plus 0.5 of this for each adjacent roadside. So like this battlefield, I would get plus 1% of this. It's not too bad. I've seen it in battle a little bit. I think I'm going to take the battering ram. This gives my first attack a 75% chance to just stun each enemy for 1 second. I'm going to take that. Give me just a minute. So we're going to go ahead and you can see it in action. Boom, there it is. 1.1 second stun. I don't know, I think it's pretty useful, especially in these fights where a lot of enemies build up. We'll put our mountain out there. I don't want to get too many more mountains here there. Actually, I think I'm going to break formation and bring it in close to here because I'll want to connect these in eventually anyways. I just want to make sure I don't complete a 3x3 square. None of these items. Please tell me King Charles. You should live stream your D&D campaign. I don't know if the D&D campaign... One, I don't know if everybody who is in the D&D campaign would be up for that. And two, I don't know if the D&D campaign is able to be streamed. Well, I don't know. We'll have to look at it. I guess it's something I could consider if there was like people that wanted to watch it. I don't even know if I could stream it on Twitch either. But we'll let this get started again. 2 chests should spawn here now. Okay, so I've got another treasury out here. I like putting the... So I can put this treasury 1 space away from this. I've been trying to get into your group last year and you wouldn't let me. Oh, well, so my group is a pretty close-knit group. And I also don't hang out with a lot of people outside of work that I work with. But a lot of you people actually don't work there anymore now. So I don't know. I guess there is a little bit of potential. I've actually been thinking about maybe trying to run another game. Are you pro-Bob or anti-Bob? Choose carefully. That's the truth. Your fate hangs in the decision. Alright, so I'm going to put this treasury 1 space away here. So now when I put... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a meta there. I'll get 2 items. It looks like I got 4, but I basically get double the items for that 1 tile because it's going to be affected by both of these treasuries. I'm going to place this other rock out here. I just need 1 more rock to complete my 3x3. Got quite a few spiders building up. This armor is much better than what I'm doing right now. There's some 7% vampirism if I wanted to pick that up. I'm not sure. Viewer notification. Thank you. No, that popped up something. There we go. Closed it. Alright. Okay, so I finally have another grove. I think I'm just going to extend this grove here, even though I've already walked on it. I'm going to put out another blood grove here. So now I've got this whole kill zone expanded from here to here. I've picked up another quest for this spider here with this group. We'll get back into it. Take out this lone rat wolf. That shouldn't be much problem there. Cool. That's good damage upgrade. I do like the attack speed, defense, and regen I've got going on right now. And my sword's level 4, enemies are level 4, that's fine. You can see that stun really coming into play with 4 enemies now. Stream live magic game, not arena. I've been trying to get back into it for a while. What's wrong? Why not Arena? I feel like if I was gonna stream Magic, because I did play Magic Online back in the day, and I would not have a collection right now to play it, and that would be the only other thing I would know. But I feel like Arena actually is what most people stream and what makes every stream night. So I'm gonna put this grove out here so that the next blood. Actually, I'm gonna put it on this side so that the next blood grove I get, I can put right here. I do have another flesh golem that's gonna spawn into these spiders with a quest spider. If he's okay, good. He didn't spawn this time. I was gonna say if he spawned this time, that could actually give me quite a bit of problems. Especially if I attacked him last. You can see I'm actually taking some damage. Marcus, you be living on that. You can imagine. I feel like this is trash talk and some sort of fantasy football or fantasy basketball or something. Quite a bit of evade from this one spider here. Alright, so I have my last rock that I need to do my 3x3. So this is one of the other secrets that I found out in the game. Placing this rock here, forming my 3x3 will actually transform it into a mountain peak. It will give me a big HP boost, 120 HP. I get 5 additional HP for every adjacent mountain or rock tile, so it counts as a mountain. It's the same thing as a mountain, like putting a mountain beside it. And it will spawn a harpy every 2 days. We'll actually see that harpy fly in. So this will be one day, I guess. So the next day we'll actually see that harpy fly in. I picked up another village. I think I'm going to pop this right outside my little kill zone here. That'll give me some recovery after coming through all this. And actually I picked up a quest. Oh, I totally missed it. Yeah, I totally agree. For me, most of the appeal is holding the cards in the hand, shuffling the cards in your hand, talking trash to the person in front of me as they inevitably lose to me. That's where most of the fun for me is. I'm going to put this beacon out here so that I'll have increased walk speed all through here. And I'm actually going to, at some point, the beacon won't help with this, but I'll want to cover as many tiles around the cozy camp as I can. The cozy camp, when I spawn the lich up here, so when this map completion bar gets full, the lich will spawn right here. For every empty tile that's around this, he will spawn a lich's palace, which will give him plus 5% HP and damage for each one. So if he spawned right now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he would be getting plus 25% HP and plus 25% damage to his base damage. So that makes him quite difficult to fight. I forget who Clout Bro is. If you scroll back up, I think that may be Landon. Don't know. Yeah, no, Charles. I know Steve. Yeah, it's gotta be Landon. So we'll go ahead and get back into it. So I've got the blood clot here. I think this is the first one I've spawned, but he's spawning because of these blood tiles I've got out. I've got 2 chests that spawned in the same spot. Hopefully none of those are really mimics this time. And I am sort of getting into the stage where I would like to have a little bit of... Okay, so I spawned a ghost out of this blood clot. Holy crap. Okay, and I spawned a ghost of a ghost. So, I don't think I've actually seen this happen before. While I was streaming, I predicted that it could happen, and I've seen someone else spawn one. But, so from these battlefields that I have out, there's a 20% chance, you can see it up here, for each enemy spawn to be reborn as a ghost. I actually spawned a ghost, and then the ghost I killed spawned as a ghost of a ghost. He actually hits pretty hard, and hits pretty fast, and I'm not sure Undead Swarm has a soul. I'm not sure what the Swarm ability is. I'm actually... I don't know if you can spawn a ghost of a ghost of a ghost, but I would be super pumped to actually see that happen and see if that's possible. Anyone know how to unlock the rogue or necromancer? So, Zuchai, by me? I don't know, I'm gonna call you Zucha. Zucha, right now I'm just playing the demo. I've seen in the trailer that you can play as the rogue and the necromancer, but in the demo the only thing that's unlocked, I believe, is the warrior. On the map you can see access to, there's a building, I forget what it is. I can't remember the name of the building, but it says unlocks the rogue class when you build it, but it's currently like blocked off with chains and a padlock, and it's not available in the demo. Supposedly there was a developer in here yesterday when I was streaming, and he confirmed that that is the case. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I don't know if you saw earlier, but I'm super pumped for this game. It's supposed to come out the 1st of March, I believe, and I think it's going to come out for 15% off when it comes out, if I believe. I think I'm correct on that, but there's quite a bit of depth to this game. There's multiple classes, there's a lot of customization and building that you can do sort of meta-wise with your camp. Looking at it, it looks like there is some strategy involved with your camp placement as well, so everybody's camp's going to look different and is going to perform different. And it's sort of being a roguelite where every run is different. I've just been really having a blast with it. So you can see right here, second day, my little harpy spawned here and he's flying in. So we'll fight him wherever he shows up as well. Now I can stack my mountains any way I would like, and I'm gonna try and actually build towards this mountain peak. But you can't form a second mountain peak, I don't believe. I tried my last stream multiple times and it didn't work. So I think that is the case. I am gonna pop these meadows over here. Go ahead and bloom them. Build up my treasury some. 8% vampires. No, most of my regen's coming from up there right now, I feel like. We'll just sort of let that ride. There's a harpy. Harpy spawned a ghost as well. Ghost of a ghost as well, that's crazy. First 2 ghosts I've seen have spawned ghost to ghost. That's 20% chance to spawn a ghost, 20% chance to spawn a ghost from a ghost. The odds of that happening 2 ghosts in a row, I don't know, I'm sure one of you will math that out for me, and it'll be wrong, but it's not a high percentage, I know that. So you can see, I'll actually pause it, but now that I've filled up a full hand, my cards are disappearing. Yeah, don't even attempt the math. I feel like Carson joined, but I didn't see. But yeah, so I've got another village. I'm definitely going to place that out. I may stack my villages. Actually, I'm going to stack healing healing going into it or healing coming out of it. I'm not sure. Let's do, yeah, because I'm not going into it fully healed. Let's do healing going into it. And the graphics on this, I really just love it. You can tell they've spent a lot of time and love going into the game, even with just these little crude, I say crude, but they're fully represented, even though they look like early generation games, or very, very beginning generation games. But even here, you've got the village on a straight path versus the village on a curved path. I just love the detail going into the game. Same thing with the grove here, the grove on a straight path versus the grove on a curved path. It's just the attention to detail, I think, is beautiful in this game. Now that I've got my mountain peak built, 4% is way too high. Okay, so 4% by 4% in a row. Somebody do that math. 4% for ghost and a ghost. And then 4% for 2 ghosts and a ghost in a row. So 4% by 4%. I gotta feel like it's like, I don't know, 0.01%? I don't know. Oh, nailed it. Oh, I missed a no. Whatever. I was close. 1 in 625. Nice. I would still like to see the ghost of a ghost of a ghost if that's possible. I don't even know if it is. Let's throw out this other spider cocoon, despite that not really leaving room for me to put a road lantern out here. If I need... So Oblivion, I haven't seen this yet, but it erases any established tile. it also erases monsters from the road, so I can blow up anything. If the Lich spawned right now and there was a Lich's Palace out here, I could blow that up. Usually I need to save like 1 or 2 of these because I end up spawning this and not paying attention and have to blow up some of these Lich's Palaces. But I could also blow up these fights if I wanted to. So if I was like, oh man, this Flesh Golem Double Spider Slime is going to take me out, I could just blow it up with an Oblivion. So we'll actually hang on to that and see how I do coming into these fights here. I haven't really progressed my gear that much, especially this level 1 ring. There's gotta be something better I could be doing with my life. Hey, this is better. Yeah, let's put that on. Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention to my gear. Told the lady about Luke Hero and she actually really... Nice, nice. Hey, right now go grab the free demo. Even if she's not interested, just sneak onto her Steam account and get it. Like I said, I feel like it's free right now and it's a demo. So once you add it to your Steam account, you'll have access to it forever, I think. So if you have any interest in it at all, I would just tab out. Well, maybe not tab out on me because you would be missing me. But once you get off of here, just pop on the Steam, grab it real quick. It takes, I think, 5 seconds to download. I mean, it not to say there's not much to this game, but I don't feel like this game takes up a whole lot of memory. It takes almost no time to download the demo. Probably gonna get the game. Nice. We'll go into planning mode and throw some of this stuff out. I'd like to place this rock. I'd like to place this beacon. I don't think my beacons stack. I think I confirmed that. So let's get it out here maybe, where I can get quite a bit of tiles. See, I'm getting, how many new tiles am I getting here? 4 new tiles, 5 new tiles. Let's go for 5 new tiles here. I would like to maybe do a little bit of rock interaction with these treasuries. I've got this shield, magic damage, damage to all, defense. How did you find out about this game? I can't remember how I found out about this game. I think I was just randomly searching for like new roguelites. I played a lot of Faster Than Light. I played a whole lot of Slay the Spire, and I really got into those games ever since I was a kid. I've just been into card games, and Faster Than Light didn't have card games, but I really like the controlling a spaceship and crew aspect of it. But Slay the Spire, if you haven't played Slay the Spire, I can't recommend it enough. But it's a roguelike game that's card based. It sort of reminds me of like Ghetto Magic in terms of like the mechanics, but you only got so much you can do each turn, and you get these cards and you sort of build your deck and interact, and you go forward and kill monsters, and it's just a lot of fun. And those 2 games got me hooked on the roguelike games and that sort of thing, and I was looking for it, and everything I was seeing on the internet just one day was saying like, this is up and coming, the best roguelite of 2021. And so I was like, I gotta check it out. And I actually found a website where I could download the alpha. It's called Loop Pat Hero, and it's this game but much cruder. And I think that was intentional. I think they've developed it a lot since then, and it's turned into, I think, a masterpiece, to be quite honest. But I downloaded that and I was playing that, and I checked Steam one day and I just saw, because I've been checking it to see if there's been any updates every day, and I checked it and saw that there was a free demo online that you could, I forget what was the website I saw it on, but I was looking at like new games on Steam, and I was like, I gotta check it out. So I downloaded the demo and I liked it, and I was like, I've been wanting to try streaming, and I was like, I really enjoy this game, and I don't think there's necessarily a lot of people out there doing it right now, so maybe it would be good for me to break into. give some exposure to the game as well. But I think I just found it on a random website. But they were talking about how good it was, how they felt like it was innovative for what it is. I don't think anybody's really doing the same thing, and they're certainly not doing the same thing like this. But let's jump back into the game. I think I was considering the shield. I don't know why I wouldn't put this shield on. That regen per second is so low. Evasion. Maybe some vampirism. I think I passed this up earlier, but this is the same damage, same defense. I'll lose the attack speed counter vampirism. 8% of 25. I'm probably going to get a game. Let's pass for now. We'll see how I do on these Rattlers and things. But like I said, I feel like the stun really comes in handy on these AoE fights, especially me being able to kill one or two without them even starting to attack. That can be pretty huge as it ramps up. Having quite a bit of trouble with this. Is this a... Yeah, I was about to say, this has to be a quest. Picked up that quest, picked up another Oblivion, picked up a mountain, I believe. I'm going to throw that out. Burning through quite a bit of cards here. Did achieve enough to get a book of memories though. So these sort of, every time I burn through 10 cards, I'll get one of these books. And that will let me build things when I go back to camp. I'm going to spawn another Flesh Golem out of this Blood Grove here. Let me get my mountains out. That'll stop me at least from burning through my Oblivions over here. I've got a grove here. Is there anywhere else I would like to put a grove? I guess I could put a grove here to take up this tile next to my cozy camp, because I'd like to eventually fill all those tiles out, like I said. I think that's good for now. We'll see how this fight goes. I'm not going to Oblivion it, obviously. So there's my stun going out. I did level off the first thing I killed. And I am going for the Flesh Golem. So that's nice. I must have... Yeah, I've got 7 damage to all. Actually, I have quite a bit of AoE. I did not pay attention to that. The 7 damage to all is significant. I'm actually just like blowing through these back rank, just mainly attacking the quest spider up here. Couldn't have asked for that to go on better, actually. We'll throw another battlefield here. Interesting. Okay. Oh man, I have Flesh Golems going everywhere. Hopefully they don't double up. I feel like that one should go here, hopefully. I haven't fought 2 at a time, but I feel like that could cause quite a bit of problems for me. We'll pick up my second trait, Shield Master. I think I'm just gonna pick up Shield Master. We saw Surveyor earlier. Blissful Ignorance, this deals me a handful of Oblivion cards, and then from now on using an Oblivion card heals me for 10% of my max HP. I don't know if that would burn through all these cards and give me all of these fragments. That actually might be worth considering if that is the case, because that's quite a bit of resources. But no, I think I'm going to take Shield Master. I always feel like I take it every time I see it, but it's a 20% chance of stunning the target for 1 second every time I hit it. So then I'll come in with an AoE stun with the Battering Ram, just start pounding into him, hopefully get some stuns off of that. It's quite good for the end boss too. I'm I'd say about 2/3 towards spawning him, so I need to keep that in mind. Let me hide these resources real quick. Let's put this rock here and finish out this treasury. We'll put this other rock here as well. So when I finish a treasury, when I put everything around it in adjacent, in diagonal, they don't really count out diagonals as adjacents. When I fill it up, it becomes an empty treasury, so I get all these resources. I get random resources again, I think, for sort of looting the treasury, and then it becomes an empty treasury, which spawns a gargoyle every 3 days. I fought the gargoyle. I have no clue what's going on, but it looks cool. So real quick, all these tiles started off as just wastelands, which have a 5% chance of spawning a slime every day, and nothing else. That's me. I'm this little guy. I was running around fighting those slimes, and as I got stuff, I get loot. I started off with nothing, and I've slowly gotten all this loot, gotten all these cards. I'm placing these cards out on this little area out here, which sort of affects the area. Each card does a different thing. So I get plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. That gives me 3 HP at the start of each day. And I'm sort of placing tiles out here, leveling up, getting loot, killing things, and slowly progressing. Every time I place a tile out, I am completing this map completion bar. When that's filled, check your new equipment. Yeah, will do. When that's filled, it will spawn an end boss here, which is the Lich, and then I will fight him. I get this loot. Once I go back to camp, this loot lets me build different buildings, which makes me better and allows me to do the thing you always want to do in every fantasy game. Kill more loot to get, or not kill more loot, kill more things to get better loot, to kill more things to get better loot. That's the end goal, as far as I know. I got this 10% vampirism shield. It'll take my damage to all down, my defense to all down, but it would give me some vampirism. I've been looking to pick some up. I think I'm going to pass on that for now. Not seeing anything that really jumps out. Yeah, I think I'm going to roll with what I got. So we'll heal up at the village. I think we gained a quest. Let's throw this on. I've been talking about how garbage my ring is, how much I want to get some vampirism. That's 4% attack speed, 15%. We'll see that coming in, me healing for 4 each attack now. That will certainly start outpacing my regen, probably. Going in for the Goblin Leader first, I love it. So we'll take him out. We'll get a nice stun on him as well. Nice stun on the Goblin. Couldn't ask for that to have gone better, really. It does look like I am sort of struggling to keep my HP full, though. So I'll complete the lap, I'll heal up to full. We'll get a stun out. We'll take this blood clot down. Grab these 2 treasure chests. Let's check this. Got some new equipment coming in. Check some of this out real quick. 17% vampirism. Now let's keep the attack speed. That sword's quite a bit of damage. I think with our vampirism, we can afford to lose the 1.8 regen that I'm getting from my other weapon. Hopefully we'll just start curbing guys out there. I like that sword too. Yeah, let's roll with this. Oh yeah, I like that. So we'll pick up this treasure chest. Let's stun just cool. Just giving up my regen. We'll hang on to this. I can reorder these if I'd like. I mean, I guess there's really no reason not to just... Whatever. I don't really care about any of it anyways. Take out this rat wolf. I'm not sure... I gained some branches from taking out the rat wolf. I'm not sure if that's because I defeated it while it was in the grove, or because it was a rat wolf. I know I get one from passing over the grove. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just go for big damage. We'll lose the attack speed. We're just going to take this level 8 sword. I feel like it should be a broadsword for how big it's going to hit. This level 8 sword out there against these level 6 enemies. My AoE stun doesn't do AoE damage. That's actually disappointing. I just now noticed that. Got another treasury. We'll put that there. We'll dump some meadows into it, even though I feel like they're just sort of trash. And keep it rolling. We'll knock these harpies out. I actually got 2 harpies off. I feel like I haven't seen a gargoyle spawn yet. We'll put the spider cocoon. So actually putting it there won't do anything. Let's do here. I don't really have any challenges coming into here. And then I've got this village. Looks like I did get lucky and all my flesh golems have split up. We'll go into all these big fights and see how it goes down. So we got Flesh Golem by himself. I picked up a new quest. You ever played The Witcher? No, I never played The Witcher. I watched the... I'm not sure if it's a Netflix series. I watched the show. I feel like I've played a bunch of games similar to The Witcher. I don't know if people might be insulted by that. But like, Vampirism goes down, attack speed, damage, all defense. Skyrim, like all the Elder Scroll games, except for like the online ones. I played Oblivion, I played Skyrim. I feel like they're pretty similar. I enjoyed those a lot. Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Actually, let's throw some rocks out here, complete these treasuries. That'll give me some items, that'll give me some resources, that'll spawn another gargoyle. None of those look like I like them. Let's throw another rock here. Actually, I shouldn't have did that because I don't think I can put a treasury there now. But I'm getting close to complete. What are the odds that my goblin camps spawn beside each other? They just spawn anywhere random on this road, and mine spawn right there. I believe it's random. My goblin camps have never spawned together before. I feel like I'm getting a lot of statistical anomalies this game, which is cool. I like seeing a bunch of stuff and new stuff. We'll bust this treasury here. Damage all attack speed counter. Yep, let's just keep it rolling. We'll put the beacon. Where am I not getting that I should be? Like here-ish? Yeah, let's do that. And I don't want that, but I thought I would mess it up. Let's just leave the skeleton out for now. I've actually been in the middle of a playthrough The Witcher 3. I'm on something plus doing Heart of Stone DLC right now. Looks like I handled that pretty handedly. Nope, just going for big sword right now. Max HP, that's quite a bit more, but I'd like to keep my regen. That's all my regen actually. I did not realize I had replaced all my regen. I'd like to pick up some regen on a shield somewhere. Or a ring. Nope. Let's extend my village. This could be problematic for me at some point. Let's just extend the village. That'll give me 2 quests, give me 2 heals. 45. It looks like my village does scale with maybe the loop. Mountain. I probably said earlier that my village scales with the loop. Alright, keep it rolling. See how it goes with these spiders. Couldn't ask for that to go on better. Cool. Yeah, I'm doing some good damage there. And I'm hitting for 11, 8. I'm regening 11, 8, 9 a swing. That's great. Double evade. I guess they're evading my AoE damage as well. Something made a weird noise. I'm not sure what that was. I've got another treasury I can put out here. Let's get it right here. Keep my thing going. We'll do the meadows that I were... Let's actually get my rocks here adjacent to my rocks so that they're getting bonuses, because why not? Getting pretty close to lich completion here, so I need to fill up this tile, this tile, this tile, and this tile. Can I put meadows that close? Nope. And groves don't go there. I've got 2 oblivions saved up, so in theory I could oblivion those 2. Yep, let's just see what I get. So I'm going for a slime out here. Goblin leader first. No. Going for back rank. So now I'm going for the goblin leader. I'm taking him out quick. Hey, I need to check this. These type of this broken longsword, these that look like this, they look like futuristic swords to me with like some sort of weird cogwheel, pommel, handle guard going on. But they almost always have regen per second on them, so I like checking those out. Pretty much always whenever they drop. Let me just keep going big sword right now. I'm not doing too bad against the goblins. That was a quest goblin, I didn't notice that. That's why he took so long to take out. Still doing okay healing wise. That was probably the hardest fight I've done this loop, and it doesn't look like my HP was going down too bad during that fight. Let's check out this rapier. This rapier is almost all with this little like bleeding graphic. Almost always have vampirism on them. This is actually a pretty good roll with the regen per second and vampirism. I usually like taking those items that double up. That would be cutting my damage almost by like 40%. We'll hang on to it in case things look iffy, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Another battlefield. Let's put it here. Actually, let's put it... I don't think there's a place I could put it that would extend my blood path more. Actually, I could put it here, and that would give me... I could put it here, and that would block one of the Lich Palaces, but it would spawn my chest on the campsite. I wonder if that would spawn a chest with the Lich? Let's do it, see what happens. Actually, thinking, nope, I can't put mountains there either. Let's put my mountain over here with a mountain peak. Keep it rolling. Hey. That's all my vampirism coming from that area. What's this one? Yeah, it's got I would kind of like to level up again before I fought the Lich. Pick another trait there. And you can see right now, if I wanted to, I could retreat and keep all my resources because I'm one space away from the camp. If I'm on the camp or one space away from the camp, I could retreat and keep all my resources. So I got my treasure chest coming in, I've got the blood clot. That's a pretty easy fight for me. Let's see what I get from my treasure chest. That's a lot of attack speed and not much regen. Let's just do that. I think that combined with my vampirism. Yeah. I'm just pumping out the damage now, I feel like. I could replace that. That would replace all my vampirism with regen. Nope. Keep it going. Actually, let's put another spider out after this fight. Have you played God of War? I played the very first God of War. I did not play any of the second Gods of War or God of War redone 5 or I don't know what they're up to now, but I did play the first one. It was pretty good for like a button masher. There were too many quick time events for me. I'm not a huge quick time event person. I really liked the Onimusha series. If you've played any of those, I feel like that's a very similar. Y'all ever played Ultra Kill? No, I have not. But I feel like the Onimusha series was similar to God of War in terms of gameplay, and I liked it a lot better. I really got into that, actually. We'll just rando spider out here. Got my AoE going in. So it looks like I'm gonna need to do some oblivioning once I spawn the Lich. I do think I'm gonna just not wait for another treasury over here and just complete it. Let's just dump this meadow into it too, to see what I get. So this armor, a lot of the graphics, I feel like there are stats. Onimusha is like Resident Evil, but with samurais and shit. Onimusha thematically is like Resident Evil, but with samurais and shit. But the gameplay to me plays like God of War. You're like running around and smashing a button to like stab or twirl your big weapon around or whatever. It does not, at least not any of the Resident Evils I played, it does not play like Resident Evil. Resident Evil, you have this like D-pad that moves you forward and left and right. Don't make you move left and right, they just make you turn that way. You always have to hit like D-pad to go forward, and I remember the camera angles being terrible and stuff. I know they've made it better now, but the Resident Evil I know and love was terrible, and I loved it for it. Mashup of DMC and Quake. I don't know what DMC is. I'm talking about that first. Alright, village. Let's get back into the game. Put the mountain out here, and put the village. I would like to heal up again before I fight the Lich, just in case things go south. And it looks like probably 3, maybe 4 cards away from spawning him. I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of the items, depending on the graphic they have, they always spawn with a certain stat. This armor with like this cool looking cape thing always spawns with Vampirism, I feel like. And right now I'm doing pretty well with that, but I feel like a lot of it's coming from the armor that's also giving me the 32% attack speed. Devil May Cry, gotcha. Let's hang on to it and just see what happens. I may switch it out, especially if I feel like it's at 33% attack speed with my 20% chance. Yeah, I think that's gonna help carry me, that massive attack speed. Yeah. Let's get my rocks out here adjacent to my rocks. Actually, I don't want to put any more rocks out there. I don't want to spawn the Lich until I'm ready. Although I do want to spawn a Blood Grove. So I leveled up there. Let's level up. That's beautiful. So second thought gives me a new set of 3 traits. It doesn't spend my points, so it's basically like a free reroll. Survivalist, if my HP drops below 40%, my regeneration is doubled. I actually don't have any regeneration right now. I think that only affects my HP per second. I don't think that affects my Vampirism. But Blissful Ignorance deals me a hand of Oblivion cards and heals me when I play them. So I could spawn the Lich and blow up all the palaces I need to. It would actually let me... It would let me test a theory that I have as well. So last game I spawned a Dark Slime, and I had no idea how I spawned it. I think it's because I destroyed a tile next to it where it had spawned. So let's do this. So let's put our mountain out there, see if we can spawn the Lich. No. I would like to test my theory about the slime, and that's the only slime I have right now. So let's put this spider cocoon here so that I can destroy it later. So the Lich spawned there. There's this little cool little cocoon thing that he spawns in. Here are his Lich's palaces. I've spawned 3 of them. So let's test my theory. I'd like to try that. So I'm gonna Oblivion off this spider cocoon to see what happens to this slime. It doesn't look like it changed its graphic. But I didn't notice if the dark slime had a different graphic anyways. Then we're gonna go over here. Is there anything else I want to put out? I would like to put out a Blood Grove. So in the alpha that I downloaded, the Blood Grove would actually kill the Lich too. It would spawn up the little tentacles when he got at 15% HP and kill him. I'd like to test to see if that still works in this demo. I feel like that's sort of cheating a little bit because he's the end boss, and most end bosses are normally immune to sort of instant death type effects, but he wasn't in the alpha I played. Let's see if he still is in the demo. So let's destroy this Lich Palace here. And then I should be able to put a blood grove here, which is in range of the lich. Then so I have 5 cards. Let's deal me a new hand. I did burn through all of those and get pages for that. That is really good to know. So let's... And actually now I have a full hand, so I could burn... If I didn't play any of these right now, every card I got would just burn... Let's do that. That would burn through them and get them even more pages. So we'll go into this Harpy fight. Got my AoE stun. Burn through that Oblivion, pick up this Treasury. We'll hang on to that Treasury so I can burn through more Oblivions. That's a regular fun. Actually, I want to start checking myself. Yeah, this is cool. Alright, so I'm burning through these Oblivions. Getting more pages. But yeah, see the gargoyle, I don't even think I've ever seen a gargoyle attack. He attacks for quite a bit of damage. And he attacks... He gets 0.3 attacks per second. So he attacks once every 3 seconds. So he's slow as crap. Let's check this out. That's a good bit of regen. It's not sacrificing that much attack speed either. I'm gonna hang on to that as well. Let's look at this ring. We should reinstall Quake. I don't know if I would play Quake again. Quake was good, but I don't know if I could go back to something like that. There are only so many old games I feel like I could go back to. So I want to keep an eye out for this slime here to see if it's dark slime. I need to save at least 2 Oblivions so I could afford for 2, 4, 5 more to get turned into pages. Memory fragments, I should say. Hey, we were going big damage and that's still in that theme. Yeah, let's just switch to even more big damage. Go from 33.49 to 39.59. That's a good bit of defense. I haven't really been paying attention to my shield either, to be honest. I haven't really seen that many, I feel like. I really enjoy the shit out of this one. Defense. Let's hang on for just a second. So we'll go into this Flesh Golem quest. Yeah, I mean my regen is from the vampirism and the attack speed is just so much. I don't really feel like I'm having any problems with any of these fights. Okay, so I was thinking about hanging on to this armor. That sword's old. That ring would be sacrificing all my vampirism, which is basically what's keeping me alive. Yeah, I don't think the damage doll is helping me right now. Maybe I'll switch this out once I get to the lich, so I'll have like a big shield. I need to watch my Oblivion, so I could lose too many in this fight. Maybe after this. I only lost 1. I have all this coming up. Yeah, I think it's time to Oblivion off the rest of these liches palaces here, and that'll heal me up too, I believe. I didn't notice if it did. And then let's go ahead and put a cemetery out so we can see maybe a... No, we won't see a skeleton. I will get a resource for walking through it though, so let's put it out. Let's go ahead now and start, I guess, dumping these mountains for the extra HP. I don't think these battlefields will help me, but let's see if I can extend my blood field more. That did do it. Let's see if I could maybe max out 1 more treasury as well before I get through loop completion. I should have tried to put that in some way which I could get these rocks to be adjacent to other rocks, I guess. I've got... Oh, there's another thing I could do. Actually, I don't want to do that here. I can do it here. if I Oblivion the Grove tied to the Blood Grove, it turns into a Hungry Grove. I did notice that. So now it's a Blood Grove that has lost its connection with the forest, in constant agony because of its irrational existence. Occasionally attacks the hero for 26 damage, and devours enemies that have less than 20 HP left. 20% HP left. So, it's a boost from the 15 to 20, but it does do a little bit of damage to me, but I don't think it still spawns the Flesh Skull? I'm not sure, actually. Let's see what happens with that. Got my AoE stun coming in. Still took out the gargoyle before I even saw it attack. I'm pretty, well, not disappointed, I should say, but the gargoyle has not been a threat so far. That's not bad regen. That's a vampirism upgrade. I was considering hanging on to just massive beefy shield, so I'm going to put everything I'm thinking about hanging on to the left of this yellow armor, just so I can keep track of it. We'll throw... I wish that had a lot more damage on it. I would seriously consider taking something like that. Let's finish off this treasury if we can. So we just need one more card to finish it off. Wow, I have a lot of rocks and mountains out here with 4 goblin camps at this point. What is defense to all vampirism, evasion? I mean, that's certainly better than what I'm using right now. Let's slide it on. Man, that AoE stun at the beginning, I feel like it's just sweet. Charles, did you ever play Team Fortress Classic? Not Team Fortress Classic 2, but like Team Fortress Classic? Let's finish off this treasury. Why can I not? What is this? Looks like I built the treasury in a really dumb spot, and I'm gonna need like a cocoon or something to finish it off. That was pretty sad. Dude, Team Fortress Classic, original Team Fortress Classic off the Half-Life engine. That was my jam. That game was amazing. In terms of like old shooters. That's nice max HP. It looks like I cycled through some of the stuff I was planning on potentially keeping as well, so we'll just sort of roll with this stuff and see what happens. Play shit ton of Counter-Strike Source. I don't know if Counter-Strike Source is the same as Team Fortress Classic. I'm not certain. Dang, I can't even get that Grove. That's frustrating. Alright, so we're one space away from the final boss. We'll jump into that and see what that's got for me. I don't think I really have any upgrades going into it. So here he is. He's going to break out of his little prison thing. I think we'll probably have a little dialogue. How is it possible? That's right. You hadn't wait, this conversation. I remember it. I've already killed you. What the hell is happening here? Killed? Me? I see. So that's how it is. I'm just his afterimage, not the original. You have no idea what you've done. And how many times will I have to do this world a favor by slicing you in half? I don't think you are able to comprehend this. I am part of a self-defense mechanism, a multitude of copies sent to different realities at the moment of death. My destruction cannot be fixed, but in an endless series of attempts, different outcomes are possible. I've defeated you once, and I can do it again. Alright, here we go. Got my stun going off. Healing for 10 a swing. He just popped me for 127. I haven't even dipped into my healing potions. I've still got 3 healing potions left. You can actually see there's a little marker right here. If I dip below there, I'll drink a healing potion. But I just handled the Lich pretty handedly. I couldn't change anything, but your victory won't change anything either. Eternity will grind you to dust, and I'm just a small gear in that process now. So when I defeat him, I get some loot. Congratulations, end of the demo. So this is sort of the end. Once I click continue, I will get my choice of rewards. I can take one of these 3 things, which I think just lasts for this run. I haven't taken one of these before, to be honest. I usually take the resource kit. I get some resources. I'll get to keep those, take those back with me to camp, and I'll be able to build some more buildings and upgrade my, basically like my passive stats more. That's building buildings is what gave me access to my experience bar, which is what it gave me access to these traits. It's what gave me access to the healing potions. Sometimes it will give me access to new cards. It's what gave me access to the village card and stuff. So I like taking these resource sets. Access till time flies 25% faster, so I think that would just make the day timer go 25% faster for this run. Deep Pockets resource cap in the expedition is increased by 50%. I think these orange bars, it looks like these stopped at 10, so maybe I've resource capped here? I'm not certain. Treasure Hunter, 5% chance for a chest to spawn on top of a killed enemy. That seems okay, but like I said, I usually take the resource set. I think I'm going to take that again. So now I could either leave right now, because I am at the camp, and I would get to keep everything I've got so far, or I could stay and keep going. The progress bar is done, so I won't continue to go towards it. There won't be like another boss that spawns or anything, but I think I am going to stay for now. I've got a good bit of stuff going on here, and I was just... Okay, this is giving me defense, damage to all, attack speed, and increasing my vampirism. That's bringing me up to 25% vampirism, 44% attack speed. That seems huge out there. I haven't really had any problems with any fights so far, I feel like, at this stage. I've got this beast level 9 sword that's above the enemy level. I think I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to do another lap, see what happens, see if I have resource capped here. The stable metal, I think I get it from passing through something. I don't know. I'll pay attention and see if I stop getting more stable metals. Put these rocks out here. Not rocks, mountains I should say. I could at least finish off this treasury, which is annoying that I haven't yet. I did not pay attention to see if I spawned darts on, which is obnoxious. So let's do that again as well. So I'm gonna Oblivion off this goblin camp to see if this slime is now a dark slime. I gotta make sure to do that. So let's jump back into it. Do these fights. Got an AoE stun out here, which revealed this mimic. I love that they're in the game, but still hate fighting them. But any sort of reference to like old school Dungeons and Dragons, I used to play back in the day when I was like 12, 13 with my cousin, and have played since then. I love it. Let's not ignore the state of the board. Let's put this village out here to give me a little bit of a heal just in case any of this is any sort of challenging. So I'll be fully healed going into this stuff. We'll throw more mountains out here. Let's put a cemetery. See if we can spawn a skeleton. We'll put him in the kill zone out here and see what happens. $17, 4 damage to all. We'll leave it. Spawn the ghost. No ghost of a ghost that time. If I wasn't going for straight damage, that's not bad regen there. With the road lantern? The road lantern to do it. There's not a whole lot of big fights there. Let's do that. Get this treasury spawned. So it does look like I'm not getting any more at either of these resources. So I guess the resource cap maybe is at 10. Man, almost everything's going up there except for attack speed. And it will give me access to a little bit of regen. Let's pop that on. Let's put more mountains. Another mimic out here. We've got another treasury I could try to complete. There's not very many places I could put it. I would like to keep my sort of rock and mountain thing going. I'll put it over here just so I can sort of throw more rocks and mountains at it just to get more max HP over here. I also forgot I now have that Oblivion thing where if I needed a quick heal I could Oblivion something to get a little bit of a heal going. Let's just fill this spider stuff in. That's pretty good armor. Counter, evasion, and dampers. I still like that attack speed. That attack speed is just, I feel like, been crucial for me. What's this shield trick going on? Regen? We'll pass on that. So we got another beacon I could put out. Is there anywhere on here that, yeah, there's a little, like right here is not getting beaconed. That would interfere with, whatever. I don't think that's going to interfere that much. We'll take that blood clot out. Go for these gargoyles. Hey, the gargoyle is a quest. I'm not attacking him at all. Yeah, he's still lackluster. He's just going to get stunned into oblivion and... yeah, whatever. At least he's easy. I mean, I guess. I'd rather him be easy than every time I fight a gargoyle I'll die. I'm not at max HP though. Let's throw this village out here just to bump me up. Put a mountain out here. We'll bloom this meadow because it's in a place where it can bloom. Is this a black slime? No. So I'm not sure how I spawned that black slime. I do think it was a grove that I destroyed. Let's look at my slime situation after this fight. So let's see. There's a slime here. And there's a grove next, because I can't destroy the grove that the slime is on. Maybe it was that I destroyed a grove that a slime was next to? Let's try that. Let's blow up this, because I want to, at this point I just want to know. I want to know how I spawned this black slime. So let's blow up that grove that's next to this slime and see if that's a black slime. Because I do feel like it happened when I do feel like it happened when I destroyed something near a slime. So let's see. Regular slime. Although it is a quest, I don't... maybe? I don't know. I do have a level 10 sword out here though. I think after this fight we'll check that out and see what that looks like. I guess there's no reason not to check it now. Yup. $70 damage coming off of me. Maybe I destroyed... I mean, I don't have any more oblivions, so I don't know. I don't see any more slimes out there, to be honest. Anything not beaconed? Could do this. I feel like this hungry grove has like started to overtake this area? I don't know if that's the case. But it's got like, see how it has these brown things? And it looks like it's coming over into this area. I don't feel like that's happened with the blood grove. I wonder if it would eventually overtake it. Also, let's go ahead and max out this treasury. Yeah, it does look, yes, so I am starting to hit a cap. So it looks like I'm capping at 10 here. I have earned 2 metamorphosis. I think I only needed like almost nothing to complete a metamorphosis to get an upgrade. 1.8 regen. Nope. Let's just keep on with the keeping on, I think. I guess I could put this here, put this here. That'll help with those fights. Is this ringing good? No, I just looked at it. So let's see. This is probably my most successful run so far. I think I like that better. And it buffs my attack speed even more. To be honest, I may go for one more loot. If I put a village here, it'll get rid of the monsters there. What about here? Let's just hang on. I don't think I'm going to put that village out. There are not very many places left to arena a treasury, though, I think, if a treasury does come up. It would be kind of nice, though, to max out on all my items. So here's my first skeleton. As you can see, skeletons, they take a little bit of damage to take out. I wonder how far I could get my blood field going. I have quite a bit of blood field now. Or blood path, I should say. Let's just put the spider cocoon to play. Take out this stone. He has quite a bit. And you can see these roots coming up to entangle. Yeah, see, they just hit me. Got a quest spider out here. Taking a little bit of damage, actually. Got quite a few items in. Nothing that looks like anything I want to mess with right now. And it looks like I have capped my 4 basic resources. So I think I am going to retreat once I get back to the camp. I don't think I've ever gotten even this close to filling up the world this much either. Let's bloom this meadow out here. The meadow's still giving me resources. Giving me these notable changes. I guess I'm getting notable changes when the meadows are changing from meadows to blooming meadows. Let's try that. So if I just put a meadow out there, I got nothing. I got something, but it looked like it got burned off because I hit the resource camp. But if I put this meadow out here and it blooms, I do get a notable change. So I think I get a notable... Hashtag pizza to 2021, I just took it out of the oven. Either that's like one of the longest cooking pizzas of all time, or I've been streaming for not as long as I thought I have. I feel like I've been streaming for quite some time, and you put the pizza in when I started. But yes, I am getting notable changes from, it looks like, changing things. Duh. So let's bloom as many meadows as we can to sort of farm that resource. Cool. Groves, I wonder if I get notable changes from blowing stuff up? Not inquiring minds. It was 20 minutes in the oven. I feel like there's no way. What if I blow up this grove? No notable change. And I can't experiment with my slime over. Let the crust rise, true. Just put cheese on it. We're out of pepperoni at the moment. Shame. Now I kind of want pizza. Now I'm actually... I wasn't hungry before, but now I feel like I'm actually getting a little bit hungry. Let's just carry this attack speed home. I feel like that's just gonna... I don't even feel like I need to do anything. I feel like I could just... I have so much going on right now. cheese is also perfect. Yes, I'll have to cross drives for a couple hours. Hey, see, that makes some sense. So we'll take out these skeletons, take out this gargoyle. And we'll go for these goblins. Hopefully I'll... Man, I am just lunging through these goblins. I'm really not even checking out this gear. I'm just sort of letting it burn through. I don't, unless I see like level 12 sword out there or whatever, but my sword is 2 levels above the enemy. I've got this sweet amount of attack speed that I'm just blowing through everything with, combined with this 24% vampirism, which is healing me for about 12 a strike. Although I'm not at max HP, I haven't struggled really, I feel like. Right, I am playing at 2x3. After this goblin fight, I'm going to turn it down to 1x speed just so I don't run past the campsite. Feel free to eat him secrets and all benefits. Alright, that AoE stun coming in crucial. No dark slime. I guess at this point I want to check all my slimes just to see if the dark slime shows up. Finish off these goblins. Kill that quest goblin. And we'll go into ×1 mode. I'm also in planning, so I shouldn't run by level 10 ring. 21% vampirism. Hey, that's a nice shield. So I could retreat right now, keep all my resources. I do think that's what I'm going to do. Even though I feel like I'm just blowing through here and farming up everything, it looks like the only other thing I could farm would be these metamorphosis and these book of memories. So I'd need to let my hand fill up and just burn through cards, and then I would need to just dump a bunch of, it looked like, meadows out there into blooming meadows. I think that's really the only change I could affect on the world right now, other than maybe drawing another treasury and filling that up. But I wouldn't be farming these, so it seems like a little bit of a waste of a time. So I do think I'm going to bail right here. So we'll retreat. I'll get to keep everything because I'm 1 space away from the cozy camp. I got a new trophy, Part of the World. I don't know what that is for, but I will check that out at some point. So I'm going to go into build. If you look right now, when you first start off the game, the only thing you have is your campfire. And that is actually out there on the board. And then all of these other structures I've built, it actually looks like I could upgrade a couple of them too. So if I upgraded the field kitchen, it would upgrade the campfire healing power by 8%. Upgrading herbalist hut would add 2% to the potion's healing effect, and 2 extra potions I could carry with me, I think to a max of 5. I can carry 3 right now, I believe. And those look like the only 2 upgrades I have access to. It makes the crust a lot more crispy. Let's look and see what else I could build. That's not what I want to say. Go into build. I do have access to building a farm, it looks like, and I haven't built that yet. So I would like to build everything that I could build. But this is the sort of building menu here. I've already built a field kitchen. You start off with the campfire. I've built the herbalist hut. I've built the smithy. I've built Daskine, the gymnasium. All these things with the big chains and the padlocks I can't build in the demo, which I'm currently in, which is a little disappointing, but hey, it's a free game, it's a free demo, you can't really complain that much, I feel like. But the refuge, where refugees would go, the refuge would unlock the Rogue class if I could build it. There was someone asking about the Rogue class earlier, and I said I remembered there was a building that would unlock it. Here that building is, if you're still here. I don't remember if you are or not. But if I could build this building, it would unlock the Rogue class for me. You would think that the cemetery would unlock the Necromancer class, but that doesn't look like that's the case. It says passing through the cemetery during an expedition grants you a piece of information, in quotes, which is probably the most vague thing I've ever seen in a video game. That's one of the things I loved about this game I was talking about earlier. Just how little information the game actually gives you, and sort of how much is left for you to just figure out on your own. A piece of information that well, like I said, it doesn't get more vague than that. Right above it is the crypt, which I can't see what's going on with it, but I would assume that's where your Necromancer is going to come from. Like I said, not 100% sure, but if I was to place a wager, given that your rogue comes from the refuge, I would think your other classes, the only one I know about is the Necromancer, but your other classes would also come from one of these. And given that it doesn't come from the cemetery and the crypt is based on the cemetery, I think that's where he is. You've also got a farm. I can build that. I'm going to look at that in a little bit more detail in just a second. But I'll just go over the things I really don't have access to but have information about. The smelter, if I could build that, would unlock the Storm Temple card. It would also unlock the Arsenal Golden card, which would be the first golden card I've seen. I haven't seen anything that deals with golden cards yet. But it says only if the Intel Center is built, which is deep up here. So it looks like you wouldn't unlock the gold card, the Arsenal, until the Intel Center is built. Given the description of that gold card, I feel like that's going to be sort of like a Plants vs. Zombies turret style thing out there on the map that maybe will like take out an enemy for you or help you during enemy fights by like doing maybe a shot every 5 seconds, like a cannon shot every 5 seconds. Of course all this is just speculation. But I could see it being like the opposite of the Hungry Grove effect, where it deals damage to me every 5 seconds. I could see this maybe doing damage to enemies every 5 seconds to sort of help you out in an area around the arsenal. Because it does look like the Arsenal Golden card would probably put like all the cards are putting something out on the map. So I would think it would maybe put like a little arsenal out on the map where it would shoot at things. It also gives me plus 30 to base HP, so it looks like the smelter is a pretty good thing to unlock. Like I said, I played the alpha of this game a little bit, and the Storm Temple card was in the alpha, and there was no unlock requirements for it, but it essentially placed a Storm Temple out on the grid, and it would form a cross pattern. And anything caught in that cross pattern, when you fought a battle, it would do 2 lightning strikes every 5 seconds to a random target. It could target you, it could target enemies. It was particularly good in AoE fights, because there would be 5 targets out there, right? So there's 4 monsters and me. So the odds of me being one of the 5 that's hit when it's hitting 2 every time is not that great. So it would help with AoE fights. It would hit me occasionally, but most of the time both lightning strikes would hit monsters. And like I said, it did like a cross pattern, so usually you could use 2 of those legs, if you want to think of them that way, to sort of line up kill zones. So the Storm Temple card was pretty good in the alpha. I don't know if it's the same in the actual game, and I don't have any access to it in the demo, but just to sort of give you like a preview of what's in store for the actual game and some speculation as to what's to come. I also have this Mad Hut Warehouse Intel Center Crypt I have no information about. The Supply Depot unlocks the supply feature, No idea what that means or what it does. It is locked out of the demo, but just sort of looking at it. From now on, you will begin to find useful artifacts for your people. Unlocks the ability to craft items if you have the necessary building. Unlock the ruins card. So there's a lot more going on with this game. You can look and see you got bridge, lumberjack, river. In the demo, not the demo, I should say the alpha, when I played the alpha, there was a river card that you had access to as well. And you could only place the first river you placed on the very edge of the map. So you could put it in one of the four corners, or you could put it along the very edge. And then as you got subsequent river tiles, the first one you placed was a spring, and you could only add the river tile to further the river. So you had to place it adjacent to another river. And that would continue to go along until you dead-ended your river. But you had to do a little bit of strategic planning with where you wanted your river to go and how you placed it. But the benefit of having a river was that it doubled the effectiveness of adjacent mountain or forest tiles. I can see a forest tile here. In the alpha, forest tiles gave you 1% increased attack speed, and thickets gave you 2% increased attack speed. And rivers doubled the effectiveness of mountains and forests. So I don't know if that's the same. A lot of the things I've seen that are in the alpha are the same in the demo. So I would think they would be very similar. But just there's a lot of interactions going on between the different cards. It looks like there are a lot more things available in the demo than there were in the alpha. In the alpha, there was really none of this. You could build a campfire, which you had to build to start off. You could build the herbalist hut, and I think maybe the field kitchen, and that was it. I could be wrong. So there's a lot more going on. Really excited about it. I'm going to jump in here and look at the farm. Farmers' crops are always a welcome sight on the dinner table. All empty tiles around the farm are transformed into gardens. After an expedition, it gives you one ration. What is a ration? I've got rations. Food supply. Maybe I don't have any rations. I think so many rations makes a food supply. I think maybe it's 10. Gives you one ration for every completed loop, but not more than there are garden tiles around the farm. You can build something over the garden. Unlocks the ability to craft food if the supply depot is built. So I can't build the supply depot, so I'll never have access to that in the demo, so I won't know what's going on with that. But still, it would give me access to that if I could build it. And it unlocks the wheat field card. Let's go ahead and build this. Now it said it was going to spawn something all the way around it, I think. So I think I'm going to put it out here on this corner. Yes, it did. Usually when I build something new, there's an interaction between the camp and the hero. This lady comes up. Her name is Yota? Yes, Yota, because I specifically remembered it is a toy spelled backwards. Did you notice how strangely all this oblivion affects your senses? Hunger, for example. You can stop eating for days and you still won't be hungry. Not me! All this talking about pizza is making me hungry. This, of course, doesn't mean that you should stop eating altogether. My woman. The farmer promises that he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it will take some time. Usually I see the new person when I build something. There's a new NPC for me to interact with. It's interesting what he'll be able to grow without sunlight. He is no name mysterious out here. So here's my farm. Here are my... It doesn't let me click my gardens, I guess. But they are there. It looks like I could still do some upgrades with the resources I have left over. Let's jump back into build real quick. So all of these have a 1 of 1 except for the farm. Could I build another farm? And if I could, would that be worth doing? It would take all of my notable changes, no, metamorphosis, which are completed editions. Do you think it would be worth trying the alpha after the beta? Conjurers, I would say that's up to you. I do feel like I said, there's a little bit of stuff that you get access into the alpha that is different from the demo. Right now, this demo is free on Steam. If you want to pop on Steam right now, you can just, if you search for Loop Hero free demo will also come up, and you can just click on it and you'll have it. I highly recommend going and getting it. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like as opposed to a beta, once you have the free demo, I think you'll always have the free demo. I don't think they'll take that away. They may take that away when the game goes live. I could be wrong. But the alpha, if you go online and look for Loop, L-O-O-P, Pat, Hero, it's all one word, except for there's not two P's. It's L-O-O-P-A-T-H-E-R-O. That is what the alpha is called, and you can find, I think it's on Four Corners' actual website, which I think is the developer. Some of that information be wrong, but if you do just a little bit of digging on Google, within like 5 minutes I found a link where I could download the alpha, and there's a little bit of difference between the alpha and the demo. There's not nearly as much depth, but you can see, like I said, some of the things that look like they are going to be in the final game, sort of what they were. Like I said, you have access to the forest card in the alpha, as well as the thicket. The thicket is just a dense forest that provides you double the effectiveness of the forest. But it doesn't look like it gets bonus from the river. Only the forest gets bonus from the river, but a forest beside a river, unless you double the river back so that it gets bonus from the river twice, is only as effective as a thicket. And in general, I felt that doubling the effectiveness of my mountains to give me more HP was way better than doubling the effectiveness of my forests to give me just as much as attack speed as the thickets did. Because it wasn't any more than the thickets unless you doubled the river back. And you were sort of zigzagging your river where you had a forest and two rivers on either side of it. But I felt like just zigzagging my mountains, or my rivers around my mountains, was more effective. But you do get access to the river and you can play around with it. There's not a whole lot of complexity to it, but there is a little bit of strategy into how you want to place your river. Also, I'll jump into the cards, so we can check out my new cards and show you one other thing with the rock. So the rock card, when you activate it, it also gives you access to the mountain, and the mountain is just a better rock. I've gotten through most of the beta, I think. When you say beta, are you talking about what I'm playing now, or is there something different? Because like I said, I found the alpha, and I think they're calling this the free demo. But I think I'm calling this the free demo, and you're calling this the beta, but it's the same thing. Yeah, the demo. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how much more of the demo there's really left for me to do. I feel like I could upgrade some of these things that would give me access to something different. Yes, so if I upgrade the gymnasium, that would give me access to the suburbs card, which I haven't seen before. I've also noticed that it requires 2 of these, and I don't know what these are. I don't feel like I've seen these before. I also don't feel like I've seen these before either. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Hovering over it doesn't give me a name, so I'm not sure what these are, where they come from, or how I make them. And Conjurist, I don't know if you know, but if you do, sort of any information would be nice. But I would like to upgrade this to see if I can see what that new card is. Upgrading the Smithy lets me get access to the Smith's Forge card as well. I've only gotten like a couple from killing the boss. Maybe you have a chance to get some from killing the boss each time you kill him, or maybe it comes in those resource packs as well. I'm not sure. But I would like to see these new cards. I would like to see sort of as much of the demo as I could. Let's see. I'll go back. Did get access to the Wheat Fields new card, but before I got sidetracked, I was talking about the rock and how you get the mountain card. I would think once you unlocked the forest card, it would be similar in that it would be forest here, and when you hovered over it, you would get forest and also thicket. I'm not sure. But like I said, forest and thicket were in the alpha. I don't think the alpha is nearly anywhere as good as the demo is. I'm getting much more enjoyment out of the demo than I did the alpha. I can certainly say that. There's just a lot more to the demo than the alpha. But there were a couple of things that were in the alpha that I don't feel like are in the demo, but will probably be very similar to what's going to be in the live game. That being said, there were no chapters. There wasn't even a hint of other classes or anything, so there definitely looks like there's a lot more to come, and I'm really excited for it. I think, though, that's probably all I'm going to do for tonight. I've built all the buildings I can build at this point. We had a really good run that we were able to go through to completion, and I felt like we hit the resource cap for just about everything other than the Book of Memories and the Metamorphosis. So I feel like we sort of squeezed almost about as much out of it as we could, and especially what makes sense time-wise. So this is probably a good place to stop as well. Either way, hope y'all have enjoyed it. I hope you like the look of the game. I'm a huge fan of it, and I've always been one of those people that if the game is good, I really don't care what the game looks like. And I played all sorts of games where the graphics were just not very good, and the gameplay was there, and I feel like, to me, the gameplay, while it's not very involved, there's a lot of strategy behind it. There's a constant influx of new gear and new cards, and in ways that the gear and the cards interact, and things are constantly changing as you're fighting monsters and spawning monsters and getting loot and equipping loot and getting cards and putting cards out there. It doesn't seem like there's necessarily a whole lot going on, but when you're sitting here moving the mouse, it can feel overwhelming at times, even though there's not much you're actually doing. After orange or retro shooter, of course they were just fun. Yeah, I agree. One of my favorite games of all time is Baldur's Gate, and even with the release of Baldur's Gate 3 coming out, and them having the open whatever they've got going on, where they want you to pay the full price of the game for a third of the game. As psyched as I am for Baldur's Gate 3 and what I hope it is and will be, I could right now put Baldur's Gate on and just start a new character on Baldur's Gate 1, spend the hour and a half it would take me to roll up my first character and jump right in. It's just, Baldur's Gate was such a great game. I don't think I would ever get tired of playing it, regardless of how bad the graphics look now. I could very easily see this being sort of the same game for me, and I feel like the graphics look amazing for what they are. That's one of the things I forgot who, there was a developer in here last night who said who the company was that provided the graphics for the game. I believe it's different than the company that's developing the game, but I can't praise them enough for the way they have made these little pixels, like this little tent here, even like the simplicity of like this upgrade. Like, that's what I grew up on. Like, I just love it. Can't get enough of it. But like I said, I think Shovel Knight was very fun, to be honest. My main focus in games and the graphics. Yeah, I've never been one of the people that focused on graphics. But like, you can just tell the love they've put in. Like, you can see the outline of what looks like other buttons that should be here. I mean, like, the detail that they've put in. I imagine there are other buttons that are here in the full game. Like, even putting that detail into the demo, I think just sort of shows the love that they have for the game and what they're making. But I do think I'm going to stop here for tonight. I do think I am going to try and stream weekly. I'll probably be streaming this for a while until I milk most of what I can out of it, and then probably at that point the actual game will be live, so maybe I can jump into it. Super pumped to see the Rogue, super pumped to see the Necromancer. I'll probably at some point try to stream some Magic the Gathering, like I said. I've got an account going that I just started. Not a whole lot going on collection-wise, but I really don't care. I would be getting into it just to draft anyways. That's where my love of Magic is in drafting at this point. But yeah, I'm going to call it for tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys stop back by next time. Catch y'all later.